My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues. And today we're going to talk about steps to an uncontested divorce. What are the initial steps to having an uncontested divorce? A lot of people like to have an uncontested divorce because they feel that, number one, they don't want to get the courts involved too much in their lives, and they've heard of all the nightmares and they watch all the television shows, so they don't really want that. And number two, they feel if it's truly uncontested, it should be something, since the law permits it, for which they might be able to, with minimal professional involvement, take care of it on their own. Could be that they'll still need a lawyer for some things, but if they can limit that, it may be a cost savings to them also. So what are the steps to an uncontested divorce? Well, number one, I would say, the first thing is determining that it's uncontested. Uncontested doesn't necessarily mean that the two of you put a label on it. Yes, this is uncontested. It has to be truly uncontested. And that means that if you were to file for divorce, the other side would be content with filing nothing and living with the result. That is truly uncontested. The minute the other side feels that it's uncontested, but I better answer this because I don't want the court to think this or do this, I want the court to do that. The minute you have that analysis, it's no longer uncontested. So the thing is, number one, is it truly uncontested? Do you agree on all the major issues? Those could be issues of custody, parenting time, child support, asset division, debt allocation, issues regarding insurance, issues regarding 401k plans and IRAs. How do we divide mutual funds? Do we owe debts, and who's going to pay them? IRS, medical bills, Visa, MasterCard, all of these things, they have to be part of your divorce. So if your divorce is truly uncontested, what that means is all of these things have been resolved. So number one, is it truly uncontested? If it's not, don't even go down this road. If it's truly uncontested, in other words, you've agreed on all of those things, then the question is, who's going to file? Even if it's uncontested, somebody has to run the point on this. Somebody has to actually have a complaint drafted and file it with the circuit court. Then you got to serve it. So, number one, is it uncontested? Number two, who's going to file the darn thing? And number two, there's always deadlines. The court, even in a standard divorce, is going to issue a scheduling order. The order is likely going to say that by such and such time you need to do this. There will be this appointment with the court. Even in an uncontested thing, if there's children involved, the court will probably set up some friend of the court involvement, perhaps an early intervention conference or some such thing. So you're going to have to figure out who's running the point on those things, who's making sure that court deadlines are going to be met. In an uncontested matter, you usually have one person filing, the other person doing nothing. So are we in agreement on how that's going to go? And lastly, who's going to prepare the judgment of divorce? Who's going to see to it that the judgment of divorce is filed? And who's going to see to it that proofs are taken to enter the judgment of divorce? So that third thing, the judgment of divorce and all things that go with it, you got to determine that. Sometimes the parties agree on the substance, but they don't agree on who's going to take care of the day-to-day things that the court requires. And you can agree on everything you want. If there's no judgment of divorce filed in a timely manner, guess what? The matter's dismissed and you're back to square one. So when you talk about uncontested divorce, you got to make sure is it uncontested, who's going to do the filing on it, and who's going to see it through to the end. If you have any questions about this, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe.